Hello there, and welcome to the basement. There's been a little bit of a dust up over at DC involving whether or not Wonder Woman 3 is going to happen in any way, shape, or form. So, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe button, and let's get into the business. So, it would appear that lately Gal Gadot has been doing interviews. I'm not sure how she's getting away with promoting her new Netflix movie. She must have gotten an exemption from SAG. But she's been out doing interviews for her movie lately, and she also obviously did some interviews before the strike. And in June, just before the strike, in an interview, she alluded, well, not really alluded, she flat out said that she was going to be working with James Gunn and Peter Safran to develop Wonder Woman 3, all of them together. It was not mentioned. It never has been mentioned that then, nor in this most more recent statement by her that she's going to be playing Wonder Woman. The only thing she's definitely said so far is that she will be helping them to develop it. Now, again, that was before the strike. You know, once strikes happen, all bets are off. Everything's up in the air at that point. However, in a much more recent interview, uh, she again was asked about Wonder Woman 3, and again she reiterated that James had flat out told her, what did she say? And I quote, James said, what did he say? He said, "Don't worry, we'll work on this together. I've got you. I don't want you to go anywhere." Something along those lines. Anyway, according to her, he made it very, very plain that he was going to get with her and develop Wonder Woman 3 with her. Uh, Again, whether or not she was actually going to be portraying a Diana Prince again is was never specifically mentioned. Just the fact that they would be producing or not producing, developing Wonder Woman 3 together. Now, just yesterday, yesterday being the 10th of August, um, an article came out basically the same day. All the quotes from her about her being with James came out in the morning. In the evening, it came out in the trades that not by a specific quote from James Gunn, but it came out that Wonder Woman 3 is not in any kind of development whatsoever. Development has not even been begun on that project. Um, Nor are there any plans to at this point in time. And this came from multiple sources and then hit the internet by storm. The crux of this all being James Gunn lied again. And this all goes back to when Josh over at the Den of Nerds tweeted out that James Gunn didn't like Henry Cavill. Someone quote tweeted that to Cavill and debunk this question mark. And Cavill said debunked. And then Josh mentioned that other people have been like, nah, dog, he's lying. And of course, James decided to say something about Josh living in his mother's basement, and it became a whole thing for a while. Articles hit the trades about it and everything. It was a hoot. Mr. Gunn has, since that point in time, spent probably way too much time on Twitter, commenting on things about the DCU and DC and Warner Brothers and whatnot. Um, and more than once, he has put his foot in his mouth. Another prime example, he said late last year, after he was hired in, that he had spoken with Ben Affleck and that Ben was excited to come back in and directed a cinematic feature for DC and whatnot. And then within a week or so, an interview came out with Ben saying where he flat out said, "No, I have no plans to work with DC. I doubt I ever will." Something along those lines. Basically, just completely contradicting what Mr. Gunn had said. And there's been a couple other things that have happened between now and then, but it has definitely become a pattern with him. I don't know if he just has no idea how to uh, negotiate these lanes, so to speak. Um, I don't know if he actually knows how to handle these situations properly. I know some people come out to defend him and be like, well, until he says other, Gal Gadot, however the hell you pronounce her name, the lovely gal, yeah. Um, until she's been replaced, she's still Wonder Woman. A lot of people like to say that. Um, I mean, technically, yes, but if there are no plans to develop Wonder Woman 3, Well, not only are they not currently working on it, there are no plans to ever work on it as it stands right now. Um, James just shined a gal along, like he's done in so many other situations. And the crux of the matter is, by the time the strike's over and James is done doing whatever it is he's going to do with Superman Legacy, um, Gal really wouldn't even fit anymore. I mean, obviously she's freaking gorgeous, but she also does look older than the man that we know is cast to be our new Superman, David Cornsweet. So, not only that, after getting rid of Cavill, after the Flash bombing, Aquaman 2 is probably going to bomb, which means Momoa's probably going to go over to being Lobo, which, that'll be awesome. If you haven't, go ahead and Google a picture. Just Google Jason Momoa Lobo. They will bring up a side by side, and you will see this man was born to play Lobo. Like, literally born to play Lobo. And Lobo is awesome. If you're not familiar with him, look him up. He's a fantastic character in the DC landscape. And he's kind of cosmic, too, so that's also fun. So, anyway, the main point of that being that Aquaman 2's toast. So, Cavill gone, Affleck gone, Momoa probably gone from being Aquaman, gone from, at least, again, being Aquaman in the DC. And supposedly Gal's still around, but she's really not around. And at this point, why the hell keep her anyway? Because you already got rid of all the rest of everything that had to do with the Snyderverse. Why keep one more thing around while you're at it? So, regardless of whether or not it's a good idea to keep her around, I don't think it is. But it just once again shows that Mr. Gunn is not a good leader. He's not a good executive. He is a damn fine filmmaker. That cannot be denied. He makes really good movies for the most part, but he really, really does. So, but as an executive, he kind of really, really sucks. So that's pretty much the summary of it. Gal thought she had something going. James told her they had something going for her, and so once again, I must condemn James Gunn for being a two-faced, well, Harvey Dent without the scars, kind of a dick. So, once again, go ahead and hit a like. Go ahead and subscribe, pretty please, and tap the notification button when you do subscribe. Fill that bell. That way you know anytime I drop new content here in the basement. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. And like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement.